Okay, now that we've done our first question for 2.0 ES1, we're going to do our second. I kind of already messed this up, but okay. So we're going to draw our lines like we did on the last one to represent where the graph is changing. And our increasing intervals are going to be when the graph goes up, and we're going to use our x values. So right here, the graph is going down, so we're not going to use that. But we're going to go up from this line, so we're going to use -3 because we use our x values. And that's included, so that's a bracket because it's included in the graph. And we're going to go stop at our next line to where the graph changes, and this is supposed to be at 0, 0. So we're going to put it at 0, bracket close. And then our graph increases again after this, and since we're at 0, 0, we're going to put 0, and then it increases to our next line right here, and that's going to be 3, also included. So now we're going to go to our decreasing intervals, and our decreasing intervals are going to be from here because our graph is obviously decreasing. And so this is going to be infinity, or negative infinity, because we're going to use our x values, which means that this is going to be negative infinity, which is not included in our graph, all the way down to -3, which is included in our graph. And then our graph is decreasing again, and we can just skip over the middle part because we already know those are increasing, so we know that's not decreasing. So then we're going to start here at this line, and we're going to go from 3, because that's this x value, and we're going to go all the way down, and we're going to do our x values, and it's going to be positive infinity. Now, we're going to do our relative extrema, and that is, again, the relative minimum and maximum of each graph. So the minimum in this graph is going to be this point, obviously, because it's the lowest. And that's going to be -3, -6. And then our max is going to be this point, because it's the highest relative point. And that's going to be 3, 3. So, on to concave up. So our concave up is have to do with our point of inflections. And these right here are our point of inflection, so we're going to go ahead and write those down. And those are -2, -5, and 2, 2. So, now that we have our point of inflections, our concave up intervals, concave up is again going to be our graph is going to look like this. And concave down, our graph is going to look like this. So our graph looks like this all the way from here, and we're stopping at our point of inflection. So we're going to be from not included, open bracket, or open parentheses, I'm sorry. That's going to be negative infinity because we use our x values, all the way to our x value of this point of inflection. So it's going to be to -2 included. And then we look again, and hold on. And then we're going to do a concave down interval, and that's going to be, the easy one is going to be from our x value, which is 3 to all the way down to negative infinity, and we're not including that. And then I forgot we have another increasing or concave up right here, because we see this right here, and that's going to be not included, or included 0 to included 2. So now that we've done all of this, our last and most fun thing is end behavior. So we're going to set it up like we did last time. So as x is approaching infinity, y is approaching negative infinity. So as x is approaching infinity, y is approaching negative infinity. And then as x is approaching negative infinity, y is approaching positive infinity. And that is both of my 2.0 ES1 questions.